Hey guys, it's Kaylee from K-Books and this is my wrap-up post for the month of June. It was a pretty slow month for me. I only actually finished 3 books, but I'm going to show you them anyway. So the first book I read was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. This is the first book in the Harry Potter series. Anyone who knows me knows that Harry Potter is my first love. I read these when I was very, very young, when they first came out, and it's just been such a long time since I read them. I decided I'm going to read all of them again. I have stopped my Harry Potter reread for the time being after this one, just because I'm going to YALC this month and I wanted to get a couple of my YALC books read before I go. So as soon as YALC's over, I'm going to go back to reading my Harry Potter reread because I love them so much. So this naturally got 5 stars. The next 2 books are both YALC books. As I said, I've stopped my reread so that I can read some YALC books. So the first one was Remix by Non Pratt. There are no words to explain how much I love Non Pratt. Her debut book, Trouble, just blew me away. It was absolutely stunning. Remix is a young adult and it is a contemporary, and I gave it 5 stars. It was stunning. I absolutely loved it. I loved Trouble more. So it didn't quite get up to the love that I had for Trouble, but it is so good. And I found myself literally reading it in a day. So even though I didn't find it quite as addictive as Trouble, I still loved it so much. It's amazing. And the last book I read this month was Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill. This is a young adult dystopia. I wanted to love this book so much. I gave it 3 stars. It was good. It was intriguing. It's a very dark, emotional book. And I don't know, I feel like it's just too dark. And I love dark books, but I love the characters. But by the time I got to the end, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but then I just thought, what's the point? Why have I just put myself through that emotional trauma for nothing? And I just wasn't that big of a fan. The more I read, the more I got a little bit bored. So I loved the beginning. I thought, this is so great. This is such a good, unique, interesting story. But I guess it just wasn't for me, because the more I read, the more I was like, okay, what? I'm bored. Everything is just one bad thing after the other, after the other, after the other. There's nothing happy in it whatsoever. And I just kind of felt, what's the point? I just didn't see the point. I just wanted to know what happened. And when I got there to find out what happened to the main characters, I was just like, oh, well, what was the point in me reading it? I just wasn't a fan. I have so many friends who adored this book, but it just wasn't for me. Louise O'Neill is going to be at YALC, so I'm getting this signed for my friend. And that's for Becca. So that's it for this month. My favourite book of the month, I'm going to go for Remix. Naturally, it would have been Harry Potter, because Harry Potter is my favourite book in the world. But I've already read it, and when I do my favourite books of the month, I try not to put rereads in there, because when I originally read them, they were my favourite book of the month then. So Remix was my favourite book of the month. I'm not doing a top 3 because I actually only read 3 books, so then I can't really have a top 3 of 3. So Remix was my favourite book of the month. So that's it for this month. Join me again next month to see the books that I read in July. Thanks for watching. Bye!